Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You are listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Vaz.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to First and 10 with Foz, episode 27 tonight. I'm riding solo here. You see, the camera's all on me tonight. My guy Maxwell is in Vegas tonight. He's actually at the opening of the Sphere at the U2 concert for the brand new hotel. So he's like at the best place on earth right now. So if he survives, I hope he's back next week. But if not, then he went out correctly. Tonight, I got a very special guest host. It was very last minute. I was supposed to have Raf from First and 10, but he ended up getting sick. And I messaged this person, definitely an awesome person. You can catch them every Thursday night on Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Great podcaster, loungeable about the Bears. And she kicks a lot of ass. So let's bring her to the show. Everyone welcome Sugar and Spice. And Baka. Hi, Sugar. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Foz?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks for agreeing to come on the show last second. Sorry, I called you Sugar and Spice. It just went together so well my entire life up until the whole vodka point came in. But let's get into it, dude. The Bears won their second game, dude. First home game since September of 2022. What's your thoughts about that?
And isn't that sad that it's taking that long?
Dude, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and we'll get into it as the show goes on. I mean, I was happy. I mean, I think the Badgent fans were happy with him coming in doing his thing. I don't know. I have my thoughts on wins at this point in the season, but we'll get into it. But let's start out with some news happening. So the trade deadline's coming up on Halloween, October 31st. There's a couple names being thrown out there. Some of them bullshit. Some of them, I don't know. What's your thoughts? Let's go down the list. Jalen Johnson.
He's going to get paid by us.
Dude, agreed. He definitely deserves a payday. He's one of the best corners right now in the NFL. And if you don't pay him and you paid Cole Kmet, I'm going to be pretty pissed off.
He's not going anywhere. And if he did, I think every fan would.
Yeah,
would be like, what the?
Yeah, I mean, fans are upset about Roquan. They're upset about Montgomery. I think Jalen Johnson would just be a little bit too overboard to piss the fans off at this point. The guy deserves a payday, dude. He's been absolutely amazing at corner. Like I said, one of the best in the NFL. He loves being in Chicago. So pay that man his money.
100%. And he proved it last Sunday. So,
dude, he was awesome, dude.
What more do you want?
Exactly. What more do you want out of the guy, dude? Darnell Mooney. What do you think about Darnell? You think he's any trade value? Do we keep him? Does anyone want him? Can we get anything for him?
Him, I'm kind of like on the fence with. I would love to have him stay, but if we did get rid of him, then what is the question?
For what? Why? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously you got DJ Moore. Your second best is probably going to Cole Kmet. Darnell Mooney can run some routes. We got Scott coming up. I mean, unless you plan on drafting another QB early on next year. But again, I don't know if Mooney's going to be worth money or whatnot. I mean, I think I still got to see some more out of him. But I'll be curious with the trade deadline coming up if they do anything with him or not. I'm guessing not, in my opinion. But again, we'll see. I mean, I'm really putting my money on the Bears might end up unfortunately, maybe trading some late round draft picks next year for some available free agent players, kind of like
Yeah.
they did with Claypool last year.
Injuries happen, and they're happening this season. So I think we stick it out with Mooney.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy if they did absolutely nothing, in my opinion. I'd be completely fine. They made no moves. Just stick with the rest of the season for what it is and get to the draft next year.
Exactly.
What about trading Justin Fields? I mean, that's been some clickbait lately. What do you think about that?
That is like the most ridiculous talk that's going around. It's like, seriously, you think that we're gonna trade our QB1 for, you know,
our Division II quarterback who had a 150-yard pass yard game?
And yes, he did win the game, but it was very safe and it just played out well. And it was against the Raiders. So
well, yeah, we'll definitely get into that. But yeah, dude, people saying we're going to trade Justin Fields right now, dude, it's just absolutely asinine. Like, there's absolutely no way that decision's being made before a trade deadline, like right now when he's sidelined with an injured thumb. Like, people just seem to stop that crazy talk.
Exactly. It's his thumb. It's not like he, you know, threw out his shoulder and, you know, going to need surgery down the line.
Yeah,
he dislocated his thumb, people. Relax.
But which I'll get into next. There is no surgery required on the thumb. Adam Scheffler reported that they're going to do week by week until he can properly grip a football. One thing that I have on the upper end is working for an orthopedics office, and I talked to an occupational therapist about this. He's been doing it for a long time, and rushing back this type of thumb injury, even how minute it is, that if it heals improperly, it could affect him the rest of his life. So I really hope they're not going to try and rush him back for pretty much what at this point is a pointless season. We're not going to the playoffs. We're not contenders. So I hope they're not going to rush him back too fast, because he comes back and it's not fully healed correctly. That could affect his career the rest of his life.
There's no need to rush him back. It's not like we have anything going on, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude, we're not a contender. We're not making it to the NFC championship game. We're not going to beat San Francisco or the Eagles or anything like that. So, I mean, just really no point. So, I mean, I really hope they're not going to try and rush them back. And I don't think they will. I think they'll be smart about it. Dude, let's pause for a second. We got some comments blowing up right now already. That's right, because you're on here. No one ever comments about me. Nobody likes me. Oh. We got a wow. Oh, look at these two rock stars. We were just talking about how awesome we were in the backstage. Absolutely trade him now. Stop it. We're not trading Justin Fields. Don't trade Fields. Yeah, see, someone's got the right minds.
Right.
Yes, trade Fields. Okay, so we got so many back and forth right now.
Badgett fans, of course.
Badgett fans, of course. Aw, thank you, guys. But yeah, like I said, Justin Fields, don't rush back with him too fast. I mean, it's a pointless season. Let's not get into that and ruin this poor damn kid's career more than we already have. So the Bears IR report going into this week, obviously we're still dealing with a ton of injuries. The new IR report hasn't come out for this week. But again, the defensive holdbacks right now on the line. Darnell Wright went into that game with a shoulder injury, and we all know how he performed against Max Crosby, which is unbelievable during that game. So,
most definitely.
Oh, dude. So, I mean, the defense has really been stepping it up again. That was the IR. We'll get into the details of the defensive offense during the game on Sunday, which was awesome. But the next thing is
people are getting healthy. And hopefully,
people are getting healthy.
Hopefully, the injury report won't continue to read like a CVS receipt.
Most definitely. It's been just since the beginning of the season, nothing but bullshit after bullshit after bullshit of injuries and just nonstop. Next on the list, Arlington Heights. Kevin Warren came out last week, and this is really the first time you saw the president come out and give a press conference since before the beginning of the season. And they were talking about Arlington Heights, and they're still back and forth on property valuation. The demolition's done. I was a little shocked not to hear him talk about kind of the state of the team right now. What do you think?
He never will. He's like deflects.
Yeah, I mean, I know you got
He's like,
holes in the position, but
Do I-
again,
do I own
as
the team?
president,
no, I'm just here for the stadium, right?
yeah, dude, seriously, that's almost what it felt like. Like he just didn't want to talk about the current state. He's like, it was almost like I'm the head contractor of this new construction project.
That's what
And
he
in
does.
reality, you are, but you're also the president of the Bears right now, who going into that press conference, we're wanting.
But then again, so does our head coach. You ask him a question, and he's like, "Well, we'll see where it is."
If Flu's press conferences are as confusing as his coaching, you understand why these players don't know what the fuck is going on.
Exactly.
But let's get into the game, everyone. The big topic, as normal, as everyone knew, is going to be Tyson Bagent. Dude, he came out. He played a safe game. It's 21 for 29, 162 yards. He had that one touchdown throw to Deontay Foreman, who was a beast. Is he better than Fields? The answer is absolutely not, people. Absolutely not. And Sugar, you can give your take in a second, but let me just give my take on it. I think Bagent is a better quarterback for Getsy and Flu's offensive system than Justin Fields is. I mean, when you saw Bagent come out and what they did on Sunday, they ran the porno version of the playbook that Getsy and Flu just want to fucking run nonstop, which are those short, check down, safe, nonstop, quick pass. You'll see he didn't have one pass over 20 yards the entire game, and the Bears won 30 to 12? I mean, I think that kind of scares me right there, because that's almost like fuel to the fire for Getsy and Flu to say, like, oh, look we have a quarterback who does it our way, and they can run plays our way, and look what happened. Now, we're playing the Raiders, who are absolute trash, but again, it still feeds into the fact that Getsy and Flu are going to fight the fact that Fields is not their quarterback. They didn't draft him. They inherited him. And we have this Division II quarterback who just came in, ran plays our way, and we're successful. I mean, I think some of those looks that Justin Fields was given on the sideline as we started scoring and running the score up anymore had a lot to do with he knows what's going to be coming along with that victory.
Which is just ridiculous. Of course, Bagent, I don't want to discredit anything he did. I have no hate for the kid, but Justin Fields is our QB1. Again, he doesn't need to be rushed back, so we are going to be rooting for Bagent. We don't want him hurt. That's number one. And as for the coaching, which I have the biggest fucking issue with, and they should get rid of them.
I mean, most definitely. I mean, at the end of the year, this is what I think it's leading to, in my opinion. You're either sticking with Fields and you're going to bring in a coach that's going to gear the team towards the way Fields plays the game and build the team around Fields, or you're going to keep Getsy and Flu, get rid of Fields, and we're going to draft a quarterback who they're going to choose who's going to run their style of offense and their playbook.
Their little
I mean, that's really what we're leading towards, in my opinion, right now. That's going to be the question mark at the end of the season. I mean, I have a really good hypothetical question we'll get into later that I saw, and I was like, holy shit, this kind of blew my mind. But let's get through the game first. So, dude, Deontay Foreman came out beast mode, dude. Beast mode. 2 rushing touchdowns, 89 yards, and a receiving yard. Dude, this guy is RB1 status, dude. And I thought that going into this season. After McCaffrey got traded to the 49ers last year, he came in for the Panthers and filled in and was equally as good number-wise that McCaffrey was the rest of the season for the Panthers that McCaffrey did for the 49ers. But then he came here, he kind of got pigeonholed by Herbert a little bit, sitting in that RB2, RB3 role. What do you think is in the future for Foreman at this point?
He's phenomenal, and he's so exciting to watch, and he made it look so easy. Mm-hmm. It was like effortless.
Dude, most definitely. Especially the fact that he was catching balls too, which I think makes a big impact for the be able to check down with the blitz and rushing out of the pocket, things of that nature. So I was really impressed by that.
And he definitely should win the FedEx offensive player.
People go vote for the poor man. Foreman definitely deserves the FedEx.
110%.
I should have a little banner or somewhere where people to go, but go check it out. FedEx Player of the Week. D'Onta Foreman, definitely deserving. Another great show on offense is Darnell Wright, baby, shutting down Max Crosby that entire game. Crosby came in that game on a tear the last 2 or 3 games, just destroying, eating up quarterbacks. And, dude, Darnell Wright held that guy the entire game. I mean, if that doesn't speak for the measures of he was our first overall pick and we made a good decision there, I don't know what does.
He's the only one that anybody talked about that they were worried about was Crosby. And
yeah. Well, dude, Crosby's a beast.
he was nothing.
He was absolutely nothing. Very surprising. That was the one thing I thought they were going to get to badge him with on Sunday, and they didn't, dude. And Darnell Wright is an absolute beast. And you heard a little bit about it from people who analyze the games a little more, but you really didn't hear anything in the forefront what he did do. But that kid deserves a lot more public credit for what he did on Sunday, holding that guy back.
Totally.
Bears defense too, man. Bears defense is crushing it these last 3 games. I mean, you're starting to see people get healthy.
Yeah, so I was going to say, people are getting healthy. People are ready to play, and they're getting the job done.
And I'm going to do something I haven't done all season. That's give Coach Flu some credit. I mean, he took over the defense 3 games ago. He saw what works. He's starting to play more in the dime formation on 3rd down. They're blitzing way much more than they were before, putting the pressure on the quarterback. I think they're starting to see the strengths and weaknesses and what's working with the defense. And I mean, that is something I will give towards Flu. He's been doing a lot better with the defensive calls. And like I said, with the healthiness of the guys coming back and playing the starters, that's definitely helping a ton also.
Well, I will say this. I wouldn't mind him at all stepping down and becoming the defensive head coach. And then getting us a real coach with real experience. And I'd be happy. I'd be happy.
I mean, but think about that in like any position when there was a boss and now you're not the boss anymore and you have a new boss and it's like the former boss reporting to the new boss. Like, I don't know if that would be good, especially if you have a big ego, which most NFL coaches do. So, I mean, I don't know if a step down role, but I think Flu's calling is definitely defense. Flu should just stick towards defense and leave everything else alone. Last but not least, dude, Jalen Johnson, man. We said he should get his money. Held Devontae Adams to only 57 yards. Now, mind you, he had Hoyer throwing to him, which probably helped that situation a little bit. But he still shut down one of the top receivers in the NFL to 57 yards. So Bears had overall good play on Sunday. I have no complaints about anything besides I really don't see a reason to win at this point, I guess is the best way I can put it. It's a moral win. It's a morale win. Like all the badge and support. It was an enjoyable game. But again, with our likelihood of going to the playoffs, it's 1%, maybe a little bit more after this win.
I wish we could play the Raiders every week. That would be awesome.
Dude, I mean, we're playing the 2-4 Chargers, and Staley's job's pretty much on the line for the Chargers this Sunday is what everyone's saying.
And they do have big injuries. So
yes. I mean, they also have a $250 million quarterback, Justin Herbert, they paid. So this guy's job's on the line. They're on Sunday Night Football on Sunday. So it's going to be a very interesting game, to say the least. But what's your overall thoughts on the game? I mean, are you looking for the Bears to go on a win streak at this point? If so, why? Or do you think it's beneficial? I mean, is it just like fan favor at this point? Because, I mean, if you step back logically, Bears victories at this point, they're not taking us anywhere this season. And you're really just dampening our odds of receiving 2 better draft picks in next year's draft. I mean, is that just the fucked up negative way to look at it or what?
I still want them to win. I still love watching enjoyable games instead of, getting our ass beat every week after week. It's exhausting. And it's just like, so a win is nice to watch. I ain't going to lie. Now, if we need those wins, that's a whole other thing because, of course, we want the draft picks. But what's going to happen with the draft picks? And is Coach fuck it, it's gonna be there next season. I hope not, because I don't want him there.
Yeah,
I
like I
have
said,
nothing good to say.
like I
him
said, I
being a head
mean,
coach.
there's a lot of things that are really gonna draw up a lot of questions, in my opinion, at the end of the season. What moves are going to be made? I mean, we have this whole Fields Badgett situation going on right now. You have one game of the Bears offense, the way they like to call it, working. But I mean, you look 3-4 games down the road, Badgett does good. Fields is out. They're running this short pass.
That's not going to work against top tier teams, though. No way
I'm
in
just
hell.
saying. I'm just saying.
I know,
saying.
but
Like,
no way in hell.
but
it's
if
gonna
it does, it's going to draw that big controversy.
It's not going to. It's like,
I hope so. Let's go through some comments here real fast. Our guy Fernando Down will be hosting the tailgate in Cali for Bears fans. Doc Thunder is going to be on the show. I'm sorry, Doc Lightning is going to be on the show tonight. It's Thunder Alley. These guys are doing a tailgate. We have a bunch of 1st and 10, a bunch of Chicago fans going down to San Diego for this game. So, I mean, it's going to be quite awesome. So, hell yeah, man. Everyone's looking forward to partying with you. Time will tell. Yep, time will tell. I mean, it's like a Purdy situation. I mean, the 49ers didn't drop the ball on Trey Lance immediately just because Purdy started winning. I mean, this guy's a Division II quarterback. I mean, they're going to have to see a lot out of this guy to make sure he's consistent and really the real deal before they really start buying in on him.
Well, I've heard people like already start comparing him to Kurt Warner, and it's like, whoa. It's one game, people. It's one game.
Dude, exactly.
Hold on. Pump the brakes.
You know how much Chicago loves their backup quarterbacks, though. It's just like tradition. I don't understand it. We always just want our backup quarterback. We're always calling for our backup quarterback. It's just what we do. I've got some Philly love tonight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to roll with them and see what the hell happens. Is my name showing up now? Nope. Secret Bagging Man. I see people already selling those shirts. 0017 Secret Bagging Man's the new t-shirt going around town. Good job, Bears. Thanks, Lewis. Bear down, baby. We know what we have in Fields, so give Tyson a shot. Dude, for real. I mean, if Fields' thumb isn't 100%, like I said earlier, don't put him back on the field. Let him sit out as long as he needs to, especially if we're going to plan a future around the kid. The last thing I had was a very interesting question, in my opinion, which consider this potential and realistic scenario. Baggett proves he's a legit starting QB over the next couple of games. Fields comes back and is a franchise elite quarterback. What are we doing at the end of the season now? What do you think, Sugar?
I would keep JF1 and have a great backup and be happy with it.
Even with our current coach and our current offensive coordinator?
Well, I'm hoping our current coach is gone at the end of the season. So,
and the Bears have the number 1 pick too. So I mean, we got an awesome backup. We got Fields proving himself. Are the Bears not going to choose a quarterback if they get number 1 choice and what's coming up as being known as one of the best quarterback drafts?
We're going to trade down and get, of course, Marvin Harris Jr. Come on, Marvin Harris. It's, MHJ.
You know the tradition on Bears draft picks here. You know what I mean? So, like, if they pass on, like, Caleb Williams or any other the top QBs coming out, Hardman from Notre Dame's been doing awesome. I mean, there's a ton out there. Everyone that comes out that we don't get, if Fields doesn't turn on that man, we're going to be hearing about it for the next 10 years like we do Patrick Mahomes still. Oh, the Bears passed over him. Look at the Bears could have had him. You know what I mean? So it's almost like we're haunted with that.
Caleb
QB
Williams
draft.
is not any of that. So.
I totally agree with you. After that Notre Dame game, I was like, oh, my God. That kid sucks ass.
He can stay and go somewhere else.
All right. Now, going into the game on Sunday, we're playing the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. And to have one of their most coolest super fans come on the show, and one of my buddies, his name is Sam, better known as Doc Lightning. Everyone, welcome Doc Lightning to the show.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, sir? How are you, man?
Oh, I'm doing great, doing great. I'm excited for this weekend, this Sunday night football. I've been in contact with some of my Bear family. Excited to host you guys out in the Super D tailgate in Thunder Alley.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very
It's going to be a good time. There's so many people from Chicago coming out, dude. All different tailgates, all different walks of life, man. I've heard of like almost the majority of all Bears fans I know. Everyone's going down to the game. So it's going to be a good Bears showing, my friends. So you make sure you guys take care of my guys at Thunder Alley, all right?
Oh, we're ready. Most of the games in LA, unfortunately for us, are minimally, let's just say, a good presence by the opposing team.
Hell yeah.
So, I wouldn't, Chicago with their big fan base, I wouldn't expect anything less. So it's going to be fun. We're used to hosting big traveling teams, and the Bears are one of the better ones. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah, man. We get along with you guys so well. From the Tailgate Hall of Fame, we'll talk about that later on. Just good connection, good communication.
Got to talk that brisket.
Yes, we did, sir. Yes, we did. We brought home that. We've been talking about it so much. I almost feel like a jerk about it. I should just have it on the show, like on my table, just so we can like do a camera view on it every time.
Take your victory walk. Yeah, take your victory lap.
I'm sure the belt is gonna make its way. Trust me, my friend. Trust me. It's gonna be packed away in the suitcase.
Can't wait to see it.
Let's get into the history of you being a fan, though, my friend. I mean, obviously, you're a humongous super fan now. You have the outfit, the whole following, the name, things of that nature. You do so much. Where did that all begin with? Tell me about when you started as a Chargers fan.
Well, what I tell people as far as when I started being a Charger fan or when I became a Charger fan, I wasn't sworn in. I was born in. I grew up. Every memory I have, baby pictures in Charger gear.
Nice.
My dad is a huge Charger fan. He's part of the PFUFA, and growing up, that's how we spent our time together. We didn't go fishing. The way we spent our father-son time was we would go out to a game, burn some meat in the parking lot, talk about our week, and that's where it started. And now where we're at is...
That's just so beautiful, sir. I'm tearing up over here.
Right?
I tell you, I know I'm very fortunate because last season, Pops, he retired from season tickets, but, we still bring him up when we can for a game or two. And
now, your dad, OG super fan, did he have like the nickname or the dress up or anything like that?
His nickname is Swoopin' D. Our tailgate is Swoopin' D tailgate. So,
oh my God, that's after your dad?
Yeah.
I love
it. That's my dad. My dad is Swoopin' D. So, yeah, he is a legend in the parking lot, a respected elder.
Dude, that's
at the beginning of the tailgate. He gives a sage bath and blesses the tailgate. And when we were fighting to keep the Chargers in San Diego, he was leading that charge and leading the charge with the transition as well. So he's been a leader at the tailgate for many, many years, and I've basically come up under his tutelage.
I think that's the best part about meeting the super fans from other teams around the league is hearing their backstory. And if it has like the family like you have, it's just phenomenal and great to hear.
Yes. I really do try to foster that when I see it, when people are bringing their little ones out. I always make sure that the little ones have a great experience because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it for me, and I want them to have that same experience. And ultimately, when I'm an old man, I want to be able to come to tailgate and just have everybody set up for me. All I got to do is be the wise old man.
That's the dream there, man.
That's the dream. So, and that's how Pops at the end, well, still has it. That's how he still has it.
Anyone who's a hardcore tailgater knows that that's the dream, just to show up and not have to set up or tear down.
And have the respect. Because people still do that. But we know who does that. We know who does that.
Exactly.
Pops, he said basically at this point, he went from Pops to prop. Like we just pop him right here. He's a sign and symbol of the tailgate.
He's shaking hands and kissing babies now. He can do whatever the fuck he wants at this point.
He's put in his time. He's put in time, and it's well deserved. It's well deserved.
Yes, indeed.
No, that's so awesome. I'll tell you, so many of our friends in First and 10, we talk about it with our kids and everything, and we bring our kids and get them involved, even though they kind of are at that age where they're like, I want to play video games and do their own thing. We're still pushing them to kind of get involved, and they're more and more coming along, man. But definitely a dream of mine would be to have my kids sitting there on a podcast one day, like you are, telling a story about my old man took me to the game back in the day.
All the wig and crazed out, like, it's funny because, he always tells me how proud he is of me. I'm like, of this? Like, I'm a wild maniac. But, he helps bring it out in me, that's for sure.
That's what the best thing about sports is, though, is the memories, the family, the friends you make, the connections.
Absolutely. And
there's nothing like it.
I tell our people, because our fan base was pretty much decimated, and that we'll get to it, but that's kind of one of the main motivations for me becoming Doc Lightning. And our two goals, at least my two goals that I try to push upon people, are two things. It's fan unity. So it starts with you, your smaller group, your collaboration of groups, and ultimately out to the opposing fans. Fan unity is going to help build an experience for families, and that's where the second thing is generational fan base.
Yeah. And we need a lot more of that nowadays, man. I'm so tired of every week seeing these fights, these huge crowd fights on ESPN and all over social media. I mean, we had two groups of fellow Bears fans, not even opposing teams,
I saw
2 weeks ago fighting each other, and
that was so embarrassing.
Dude, that's embarrassing.
And just not a good look.
It's not. I mean, somebody died this year, and that means that family's devastated. Somebody's going to prison for that. So that person's family.
For what? Because you're a fan of your team and you go to the fucking game? That's crazy.
It's entertainment.
Yeah,
it's entertainment.
Crazy. The players don't even care that much. Why do you care that much?
No, you're not taking shots with the players.
Yeah,
these are your fellow. You guys have more.
Get drunk at the corner bar and watch the UFC fight and go punch someone. Like, that's the place for you. Like,
or go to MMA gym.
Like,
where people are bringing their kids and wheeling around their parents and grandparents. It's terrible.
It's a bad look for everyone involved, dude. And those people just need permanent bans from the stadium.
And to hit somebody from behind, that is never acceptable anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't care who
sucker
you are.
punch. Yeah,
that is. It was the most despicable thing I've seen from any Bear fan.
We've had quite a few fight videos come out at SoFi too, so I'm hoping, I'm helping. I'm definitely pushing the charge about ending it because it's got to stop.
Someone got to meet Pops out in Canton, and he's a great guy, dude. Everyone, look at him. Love for your dad, bro. Everyone's loving your dad.
Oh, thank you.
Rey Mysterio is still on our backup quarterback, though.
What's up, Rey Mysterio? He's coming out, right?
Dude. The entire crew's coming. I think I might be the only one not fucking coming out, dude.
Well, it's not
because I got little kids in school and stuff, man. It just sucks.
Pack them. Early Christmas present.
Put the 2-year-old like carry on, man.
Yeah, come on. An emotional support baby.
There we go. So getting back to your awesome outfit and dressing crazy and making your dad proud doing it. So obviously it's a takeoff of Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Am I down the right road here? A little bit of Rick and Morty mixed in there, maybe?
You know what? It's funny because, initially I just wanted to be a mad scientist, right? Like I had the Doc Lightning idea, the name, and a lot of the super fans out there are something like, you might have the Charger Hulk Hogan or the Bolt Elvis or something like that. I wanted to be something of my own, but when I came up with the final outfit, it was kind of depending on what generation you were from. My dad looked at it, he's like, "Oh, you're Doc Brown. You're Back to the Future." But then some younger people come up and like, "Oh, it's Rick and Morty." So I kind of whatever they want them to be. But at the end of the day, I'm Doc Lightning, and I have fun with both. But neither of them were particularly my inspiration. But I embrace the references.
Well, it's definitely in your personality, and I can definitely see the lightning.
Thank you very much.
So it's kind of like, here, I'm going to drop some nerd knowledge on you. So Rick and Morty's based upon Back to the Future. So really, it's all Doc Brown anyways. So
there we go.
I still watch
full
cartoons.
circle.
I'm a grown man. I don't care.
I mean, I'm a grown man that wears a wig and tights. So yeah, it's
And you
all
wear
fun.
them so well too, Sam. You wear them so well, too. So Sam, you're a season ticket holder. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
On
sir.
top of that, you're a big traveling fan. So why don't you talk about when you finally got your season tickets? I'm sure you had no problem with who your dad was, huh?
Well,
Got moved to the front of the line, a little nepotism there, or what?
I mean, I've actually always had him. It's been me and him, so they've always been in his name. So
Okay.
even though he retired, right now they're still in his name. When we got into the new stadium with his seniority, we were able to get front row, dead center end zone seats. I personally have had season tickets for over 20 years. Over 20 years, San Diego Qualcomm. Then after the move, we were over at Carson, the soccer stadium, and then I believe in 2020 was the COVID year, so SoFi opened up then, but there were no fans of that. So 2021 was the first year in SoFi.
So, what's your favorite stadium, and what's your favorite memory from that stadium?
I was just out in Minnesota, and as far as stadiums go, I really like the way they make it snows before the game. They're pounding the drums. Everybody's the whole ceremony it just blew me away. And the hospitality we got there was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We go there and everyone's, here, try our special drink. This is our specialty food. Oh, let's take pictures. Come in our van and write your name on. Like the hospitality was through the roof in there. I believe probably my favorite experience with traveling, and this was before I was really caught on to the vibes of the fan unity, because before we used to go to games and you're in a hostile environment. And there was a sense of pride that even though everyone's yelling at you, flipping you off, screaming at you, you're a proud Charger fan, and you took that and you held your own in the stadium. That's what it used to be to me. And then probably about 10, 11 years, we had a game out in New Orleans. And we come in, we're mobbing in a big, giant group. We're loud, we're proud, Chargers beating our chest. And they're over there like, oh, you came to party, did you? Well, let's see how you
Doc
party.
Lighting, baby. You're hell yeah, I came to party.
Not like get out of here. They're like, come here, let's party. Then you want to party? Let's party. Let's see what you're all about. And to me, that really it flipped the script for me. I was like, oh, it can be like this. It doesn't have to be, screaming at the other people, yelling, scaring the heck out of them, shaking their car when they drive. You guys can have a big old giant party, a little love fest, and that really flipped the script to me. And
Which is exactly how it should be.
That's how it should be. And this was before I was, got onto the Tailgate Hall of Fame, was going out to Canton. So it was almost not organized. It was just
Why don't you talk about that a little bit more? The Tailgate Hall of Fame. Saw you there this summer. It was our second year this year being there.
Yep.
We won the brisket belt, to bring it up again. I hate to keep on bringing it up, but we won it. And we just had such a good time. And if that place doesn't just scream fan unity and togetherness and fans loving fans, I don't know what does. I mean, it was the Chargers and the Steelers and the Browns and the Lions and the Bears and just everyone, dude. And we just partied our faces off and no problems whatsoever. Everyone got along. Everyone shared their own little insights of their own tailgates, dude. Just such a badass time.
I feel like everybody should experience that. Yeah. Everybody should experience that, because when you experience that, you're like, what are we doing? Like this is how we should all be doing it. And it's incredible. We all have the same passion. Yeah. We all have the same passion. So when we all combine forces, we just make this mega party. It's incredible.
Dude, the Bears fans are coming down to watch the game by you in Charger Stadium.
Yes.
Do we want the Chargers to win? Absolutely not. But what does that have to do with hanging out with the fans and having a good time and everyone just supporting their own team and getting along? Like, I don't see why that's the problem. I mean, we could still not want the other's opposing team to win, but we could still get along and party and have a good time. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with it. Just root for your team and have fun.
Well, yeah, it's all just a ceremony. You know, it's we come, we have this ritual, we come together, we feast, we drink, and then we go in and we scream for our team.
Yeah, dude.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. So Tailgating Hall of Fame. And shout out to Hans. Shout out to Hans for putting it all together. The Godfather. Definitely. Shout out.
I've been trying to get Hans on the show. He's been dodging me. Hans, you've been called out. He's been dodging me. You better talk to him.
I'm calling you out right now. If the dog can do it, so can you, Godfather. Let's go. Let's go, Hans. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared now.
Don't be scared, Hans. We want you.
So when did you get involved with the Tailgate Hall of Fame? When did that all begin?
Believe it's been about since 2016, maybe 2016. It was back in San Diego. Pops went into PFUFA the same year that Hans did, and he kind of got us hip on game on that, and kind of let us know what it was about, the fan unity, the network. Where it started off mainly, hey, Tailgate Hall of Fame people can go to any stadium and be welcomed by their sister brother tailgate. The people who are doing it just like them, kind of at a high level, and are on the fan unity vibe. And maybe a couple years after that is when they started doing the campground thing. But yeah, we've been on for a while, and we've probably got within our group probably about 15 members around that. So it's been great. It's been great.
Well, you following the team from San Diego to LA just shows the passion and how much you love your team, which is awesome.
Well, and honestly, if it was just the team, I may have turned it in, because it was a real crossroads for me. It was a real crossroads. Not only did they leave, but generally the next city over is kind of like your rival city. You know what I mean? It's not just that they left, but for some people at least, it's where they left. Now, I was born in LA. I have family in LA. I don't think like that, but it was definitely a crossroads. We kind of felt betrayed. I mean, to have your team leave your city after 56, 57 years. What mainly kept me was my friends. My friends that were still going to go up there. Me and Pops, we had long discussions about it. And we said, hey, Pops he only has a few more years of being able to do this. So what we're going to do is sit around and watch on the couch, or we could still go. And I'm really glad we did. It was a crossroads then, but I'm all in now. I love it, and I'm glad we kept it, because we build these great networks like what we got going on here.
So you brought up fan unity and togetherness and so much, and that leads me into the next point. You're also an ESF member, correct? Elite Superfans?
Yes.
So, I mean, that group screams nothing more than just fan unity. I guess that's kind of where it gave me my wings to start looking at it that way, and not worrying about opposing teams or caring about opposing teams or trying to hassle opposing teams, because it's kind of stupid and pointless. So why don't you talk about Elite Superfans and how you got involved with that with Tiffany?
So I believe I first got involved. I got signed up on the page and saw what they're about, and it just, it hit all the check marks of everything I'm about. So I was like, cool, like my people, I want in. And I believe the draft in Vegas is kind of where I started, where I met most of the members. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been great. It's on the same level of what's going on with Tailgating Hall of Fame, what PFUFA is doing, building these networks of fans that support each other, that host each other when they come out, that promote fan unity, that resist the violence, the negativity, is what they're about. So that's what I'm about. So it's just a perfect match.
Most definitely. Sugar, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, it is just such a great thing because I have been. It was basketball, but I have been like had popcorn thrown at me, ice thrown at me, and just cuss words, and it's like scary. And it's like, all right, I'm going to the bathroom. I was, stand out here, and if I'm not back within 5 minutes, I might be getting jumped. So go in, and that's a horrible feeling. Like nobody should ever have to feel like that. It's crazy to me. And for what? It's a game.
And we're talking big mobs of people too. I mean, that nobody should have to feel like 30 people want to attack them.
Exactly.
It's scary.
We're all there for a fun time.
30 people want to party with you. It's simple math.
Dude, you see some of these like victims or these people involved in these fights or these people who are just getting wailed on. And it's like these are like defenseless, not abrasive fighting people to begin with. Like they're not only doing this, but it's like you're picking on weak, defenseless prey with mobs of people. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, or maybe even a blacked out drunk asshole. Just screaming Raiders, and you're like, it's still not worthy of punching somebody. You're an adult as well. You should be able to. Hey, I'll see you in the playoffs.
Exactly.
That usually shuts people up pretty quick. I'll see you in the playoffs.
100%. All right, so we got the Bears-Chargers game coming up this Sunday night. Sunday night football, baby.
Should be a barn burner.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
I believe we are 2-4.
2-4, yes, sir.
And then you got a record probably somewhere in that general.
We're 2-5.
2-5. So you must have a bye week coming up soon.
Yeah, in 2 weeks actually. We had a bye week. We're going into Thursday night football after this, and then we have a bye week coming up the first week.
So Sunday night football to Thursday night football, huh?
No, we got a bye week the first week of December. I'm sorry. We got a long road trip ahead of us. Our next home game is the Panthers on Thursday night football in 2 weeks, and then our next home game is not till December. So we got a long road set ahead of us, starting with you guys, and just one stop at home until December 10th. But dude, what's going on with this game? I mean, obviously the Chargers are supposed to be a lot better than what they're doing right now. They're 2-5. Herbert got that big $250 million contract. Coach right now, again, I don't know about like inner workings of like San Diego Chargers, but just like normal, what I'm hearing, like pretty much his job's on the line at this point. Like he could potentially lose his job if he loses Sunday night football game. Correct?
His job. Well, I mean, from my history of a fan and us with underperforming, lackluster coaches, is they usually dangle along a lot longer than they should have. Now
we know that feeling.
now, Coach Staley. The rumors are now that he may have lost the locker room. Winning changes a lot. I think this team needs to, if they build some momentum, it's still early in the season. However, we have a lot of weapons and we have not been executing. And the crowd, their voice is getting stronger. The angry mob is getting a little bit more ruckus. And there's a lot of talk about Coach Staley and his future. Now, like I said, winning changes everything. But he has made some very bad decisions that with the game on the line, and some of them he's still won. But yeah, he's definitely in the hot seat to say the least.
So, what's the biggest thing that you're worried about this Sunday?
The biggest thing I'm worried about this Sunday, well, I mean, as a Charger,
definitely.
Our
Division II quarterback, you better watch out.
Well, we generally overperform when we're the underdogs, and we've been known to kind of shit the bed when we're supposed to just run over a team. So I never really put too much stock in the favorability because I've seen us beat teams we're supposed to get smashed by, and then vice versa. You guys got a little momentum going though right now, so it should be a great matchup. I imagine it's going to be decided within the last few minutes of the game. The knock on Justin Herbert this season has been that he's had the ball, to the ability to win the game. That's ultimately what you want. You want to be able to have the ball in your hand and a chance to win the game, and he hasn't. So the intangibles that people like Elway, Brady, the greats have, we haven't quite seen that yet. And not that it's not there. I believe it's in there. That dog's in there, but he needs to come out. And
Why don't you pull a score out your butt for me for Sunday's game, my friend?
Okay.
Give me the score.
I'm going to go 24-27. 24-27.
Chargers, obviously.
I'm going Chargers. Yeah.
Are you picking the Bears? 27-24?
No. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not picking them. No way.
All right, Sugar. What say you?
I'm going to go 30-28, and I think it's going to be a really close game. And I'm going to go with our Bears.
There we go. You got to go with the Bears, right? Keenan Allen's a beast. Herbert can be a beast when he's consistent. I mean, the way our corners have been shutting down receivers, though, Jalen Johnson's been awesome. Tyreek Stevenson's been stepping it up. You guys do got a good run game against our semi less than normal defensive line. It's all banged up still. I'm going to say 21-17 Bears.
That's a good numbers.
21-17. I don't see it being that high scoring game, especially with us having a Division II quarterback and the way our defense has been stepping it up against other teams lately. I see a more of a low score game. But then, dude, it's Sunday Night Football. You're in primetime under the spotlight on national TV. Who knows how this Division II quarterback is going to show up under that pressure in his second start of his career? I mean, that's a big stage to be on. Your second start ever.
Huge stage. Well, let's see some fireworks.
Let's see some, my friend. I hope it's an entertaining game, just like the rest of them. I think that's all I'm really hoping for the rest of the year is just a good, fun football game to watch where the Bears look like they belong in the NFL, and it's a fun game.
It's prime time. It's a prime time game.
Yes.
We get the Carrie Underwood song. We get the whole shebang.
The whole world is watching.
Watch a great game.
Side note, did you know that Carrie Underwood gets $1 million every time that song plays? Isn't that crazy?
$1 million?
Every time that song plays, she gets $1 million.
Meanwhile, Taylor Swift's getting all the publicity.
Dude, something's wrong with this one. We took a wrong turn somewhere, Doc. Took the wrong turn somewhere, brother. Hey, but I appreciate you, Sam, taking the time to come on the show, man. Appreciate you. I know I locked you down a few months ago. I'm a little OCD about that, but appreciate you coming on the show. Had a great time with you at the Tailgate Hall of Fame. Definitely going to miss out partying with you guys in California this weekend. My crew is going to be there, though, and they're such phenomenal guys. You're going to meet probably the majority that were at the Tailgate Hall of Fame, and even more are going. So you guys are just all going to have a great time together, and I can't wait to see all the pictures and everything.
Definitely an honor to meet you, and good luck to your team.
Thank you. Honor to meet you as well. I wish you guys were there, but I know I'm going to be seeing you guys again if, Canton next time we come out to the Chicago. But until then.
Anytime you want to come to Chicago, you got a home at First and 10 Tailgating too, my friend. You know that.
Oh, I'm coming. Absolutely.
You better, sir. We got you. All right, Sam. I appreciate it, sir. Good luck on Sunday. Have fun with the boys, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right. Appreciate you guys.
He's a nice dude, right, Sugar?
Most definitely. Great backstory. I loved all of it.
Yeah, I probably love having these super fans on. I say this
especially
over and
about
over
his dad.
Again. Yeah, the family history and the ties and just the childhood and all that just gets me all teared up right in there. We got 28-23 Chargers. Losing team's fan has to chug Malort. I think the winning team fan should chug Malort. I love Malort. Come on, baby. Eckler is going to be the difference. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Sugar and Vodka, real deal Bears fan right there. Bunch of comments, bunch of love from you guys all night. I appreciate it. Before we head out for the night, though, got a couple things coming up. One, I saw the comment on my shirt. Lorenzo over at Bear Army is always taking care of me. He's got a brand new line of stuff out right now, which is completely awesome. Just came in. So real quickly, man, let me go ahead and run a little quick video for him. I'll put all the information on my page after the show. Be sure to check out his merch. It's the best.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit. To this shit, 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 to this shit. To this shit, 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 to
Yeah, so Lorenzo and his wife, Liz Maria, great people, private business, all custom-made shirts, their own artwork, privately sold by them. So again, love supporting small businesses, great people, great quality clothing. Be sure to check them out. I'm always posting stuff on their page. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, next week's show, we're going to have the post-game show from the Chargers this Monday coming up, October 30th. It will not be on Tuesday because Tuesday is Halloween and Paz will be partying. So Monday at 7 p.m., we'll be doing the follow-up show, getting ready for that battle with the Saints the following week. And B. Wild Caruth is going to be on the show, the pimp of the New Orleans, my friend. So that's going to be guaranteed to have some good times that time. So be sure to check that out, guys. Sugar, I appreciate you coming on tonight and filling in. You did a fantastic job. Tell by the comments already, everyone loves you. So definitely won't be the last time on the show, and I appreciate you coming on and helping out last moment.
Well,
You
thanks,
are the
Foz,
best
and I
there.
appreciate you having me.
Always, always. All right, guys, appreciate you. Go Bears on Sunday. Let's beat the Chargers on prime time. And as always, bear down, baby.
Bear down.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Bear down!